Hey everyone, welcome back to another week of In the Cup. And what a week it has been. I think my social battery was on overload, overcharge this past week. A lot of fun stuff that we'll share, but because I'm so tired, I have a little energy soda water going on, peach and clementine, in one of my cups that I got on my river cruise that I mentioned in
Ooh,
I think our first episode. But this one was from Cologne, Germany. It's one of my favorites. It's so cute, right? Look how cute
that
she
is
is.
really
Has little
cute.
dancers. It has the cathedral on it, and
I
it's
love
white
that.
and pretty and snowy. So, yeah, that's what I got. What do you have, Amanda?
Very cute. Well, I have a mug that my dear friend Tiffany gifted me, and I have grapefruit sparkling water in
Ooh,
there
kind
as
of close to
well.
my peach and
Yeah,
clementine. We're on the same sort of vibe.
the tropical citrusy soda waters.
Yes. Just need a little boost to start the
Mm-hmm.
day or continue on with the day. But a lot to cover. I want to start with my week last week because as I mentioned, it was jam-packed and I don't go out a lot these days. So this was a out of character week for me. This week was Farmers Insurance Week, or this past weekend, and I went to the Puppies and Golf VIP event on Tuesday at Mavericks here in San Diego. It was hosted by Amanda Balionis. If you all don't know, she's one of the CBS correspondents for golf, but actually she has started dabbling in NFL. She's been on the NFL sideline this past season, so she's doing some big things. But Puppies and Golf is her charity that she started in 2020 to advocate for dogs, and she does a lot of grants that contribute to shelters, and the grants go to folks that need money to help with training their dogs, like the service dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And she also connects in with a lot of veterans groups that help link support dogs with veterans because a lot of them come back with severe PTSD. And we got to hear from a couple of the warriors from the Canines for Warriors kind of tell their story, and they brought their pups up on stage, and you could tell it was very hard for them, but they were so brave in telling their stories. So it was a great event. Got to say hi to Amanda. A few of the golfers were there. Harris English was there. He was last year's Farmers Insurance Open winner. Chris Gotterup, who won the Sony Open. They did
Mm-hmm.
a fireside chat, and one of the questions that she asked them was pretty interesting because Chris won the first event of the season. Harris won last year's Farmers Insurance, which was one of the first. And she asked, like, an early win. How does that
Mm-hmm.
start your season, or what does that mean for your season? Like, does it help you kind of build momentum? Is there more pressure because you win at the beginning, so now there's more of an expectation? And one thing that Chris said stood out. He said, "Now I can play free," which is a good perspective because I guess from his
Yeah.
standpoint, you kind of get some of that pressure alleviated, right? You got the first win, and now you can just go out there and play, work on things, and not have to worry about winning. Like if you're a Scotty or a Rory who's probably gonna win a tournament or five in a season, or at least place in the top 10, but if you're like an up and comer or the middle of the pack, I think getting
Mm-hmm.
that first one is super helpful because then you start to get the invites and the exemptions. So I thought that was a cool way to look at it. It was so much fun. I got this cute hat. How cute is their logo? The
I
little
love that.
puppy and the flag. And I have a little show and tell. They had this cute bag with their logo. You can't really see it in the video, but the same puppy logo is here.
Yeah.
And I like it because I'm not big on bold logos, all over
Mm-hmm.
it. So this is really cute. And I got a couple of club head covers with the puppies on them. So Fred Flintstone might have to take a little bit of a break. But
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was really cute. So, and a couple of other golfers were there. Sahith Tagala was there. Will Zalatoris was there. So it was cool. It was
Cool.
fun. And I went by myself. I was getting out of my comfort zone, but I got to meet
Mm-hmm.
some cool women who were there. So very exciting. And
Yeah. I'm proud of
yeah,
you.
I did it.
You did it, and you got good swag as
Yeah.
a congrats, you did it.
Yeah, I was definitely an awkward Nelly in the beginning because I can never be late to any like, I can't be fashionably late. Even if I try to be late, I'm usually early.
You're on
So I
yeah.
got there and some people were starting to trickle in, and I was just like, "Doo, doo, doo." I went to the bar, I got a drink. Luckily, there was another person who was sitting at a table by herself, so I was like, "Can I
Mhm.
join you?" And then we kinda buddied up for the night, so it worked out.
Love that.
Yeah. How's your week been in Snowmageddon, Charlotte?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been so cold.
Yeah.
Um, this morning when we woke up, it was like 12 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's been quite chilly. Charlotte got the most amount of snow that we've gotten in like 20 years.
Wow.
I think we got probably 10 to 11 inches, which is top 5 snowstorms ever in the
Wow.
city. So, we'll see. It'll probably be all melted by tomorrow. It's supposed to be 55
That's good at
degrees.
least. Because in
Yeah.
Boston, it's still single digit, so that snow is sticking for a little bit.
Yeah.
But at least you guys get a little relief from it. But it was so funny because I was sending you pictures from the farmers, and then you said that San Diego County was the warmest in the country over the weekend, and then you send me a
Mhm.
picture of a foot of snow, your back deck all covered, you in like a big parka in the middle of the
Yeah.
road with snow. So, a tale of two cities,
Yes.
if I might say.
Feel like it's like the everything switched. I feel like you used to always send the snow photos when you lived in Boston, and in Charlotte, we don't really ever get snow, and the roles
Even
have reversed
Florida,
this time.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Tampa Bay area, they're getting snow, the Panhandle.
Mhm.
Even in Orlando, where we'll get to the LPGA later, but they had some crazy weather, and they're in Central Florida.
Yeah.
So hopefully it warms up because your girl is going there soon, and I prefer to be warm. I'm a warm body creature these days.
Yeah.
No more cold for me.
No, no. Hopefully, it should get warmer. I think what saw it on Instagram this morning, but when it gets cold in Florida, iguanas obviously
Well,
are
yeah,
not.
they like drop from the trees. They drop dead,
They
and then they come back
literally
to life. It's so weird.
can you imagine just like looking outside and just seeing iguanas raining from your trees?
If one dropped in front of me, I would probably lose my mind and run.
Correct.
Yeah, no
Correct.
thing. They're like mini dinosaurs over there.
They
It's
are.
no joke and gross. Not a reptile person
No.
either, unless it's the tattoos on Snake Wrangler Rob on Traders. That's the only reptile I'm interested in right
Which
now.
I'm kind of mad at him.
Yes. Are we going to talk about Traders? Okay. Again, if you don't want to hear any spoilers from the last two episodes, skip ahead. But yes, from his standpoint, he's playing the game right,
He is.
but that sets a bad precedent for the game because you're trying to
Mhm.
win as traders and then you betray the traders.
Yeah.
And I was watching because I watched the podcast with Bob the Drag Queen and Boston
Yes.
Rob. Yes,
Mhm.
because they do an after episode podcast. And they were like, Candace either did it on purpose or not, but putting Rob's name at the round table will probably, well, it could
Mm,
either work or not in her favor. But the fact that she
yeah.
did that later on will clock to people and maybe put a target on Rob's back because he's already setting this, like, planting the seeds of, oh, it's a turret full of housewives. So he's
Yeah.
already doing his thing behind the scenes that she doesn't know about yet, other than what he did the last two
Mhm.
episodes. But yeah, I was all for Rob, and then he just like turned on a
Same.
dime on his ladies. So
Same. Like,
yes, I did not
I'm a
like that.
Bravo girly. I love Candace. Lisa Rinna. I feel like
Hmm.
her and Candace were great for the Traders role.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say Candace didn't start it because I agree she didn't have to put his name down.
yeah.
But he is going to really just snowball everything after this last roundtable. So
Yeah. But
we'll
also, I
see.
don't know why, if he knew he was going to do that to Lisa, why didn't he just
Hmm.
bring Candace in and the two of them could gameplay together so that they both don't get screwed in the end?
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I mean, I think at the end of the day, he's playing the game for
Yeah. For
himself,
him. Yeah.
which I get. I don't know, whatever. But I did also read that is Rob and Colton.
Or
Did
did
he
he
let Colton
tell him
in?
already? Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's a weird little bromance, and the loyalty to Colton is a little extra. So I don't
Very.
doubt it. But then, isn't that also cheating? Like, you're not supposed to do that.
Yes,
So I don't know. I guess how many more episodes are there? 3,
I
and then a
think so.
reunion.
Yeah,
So
which the
it should be
reunion's gonna
interesting.
be wild. Candace has already
Spicy.
said that she's going to lose it
Hmm.
on someone.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming Rob.
Yeah. Probably. So more to come on the traitors. So this weekend we did not have football, which is why the Farmers Insurance moved its days. But we did have the
Mhm.
Grammys, and we love a
We
good
sure
red carpet.
did.
We love a good award show. I have
Mhm.
thoughts on some of the happenings from the Grammys, but what did you think?
I thought it was good. I was not really blown away by the outfits this year.
Me neither.
I think
Didn't
there
love
were a couple where I was like, "Oh, yeah, he
Tiana
or she
Taylor.
looked great." Tiana Taylor.
Hello, abs. My
Yeah,
God.
I
Insane.
have no
Yeah, her
idea.
body is just insane.
Carol G looked great.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Her
Tate
carpet dress,
McRae.
I didn't like her carpet dress, but her presentation
Mhm.
dress I liked.
Agreed. Pharrell
Yeah.
in, like, that light pink
Mm-hmm.
velour suit,
And
and
they were all
then when he
matching.
they were all matching, and then when
Yeah.
they did the performance with the choir, all of the
Mm.
choir was
Was
in
in
Louis
the Louis
Vuitton
Vuitton.
robes.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and also hot take, I saw some people did not like Chrissy Teigen's dress. I loved
I
it.
liked it. Yeah. Well,
I thought it
I
was
didn't see it
so
standing
cute.
up, but yeah, I thought it was great. Was it a
I
floral?
thought
I can't
yeah,
remember.
it was.
It was, okay.
What I was seeing is that people were saying that it was like 2010 prom dress,
Mm.
which they're probably not wrong,
Yeah.
but
But it
she
looked
didn't.
good on her.
Yeah, she rocked it. And I mean, again, bravo girly, but Sierra Miller from Summer
Mm.
House,
Yeah. She looked
incredible.
great too.
Incredible. So it was all good. I will say worst dressed. What was Heidi Klum wearing? The hard latex. No.
Yeah.
No.
I know she goes all out for Halloween parties, but I was not. I saw that one, she couldn't walk. Like
No.
she was skirting across the carpet, but it just wasn't. I don't understand.
I don't either.
I don't
And
get it.
also, you can't sit down. Are you just standing
Yep,
the
didn't think about
whole
that.
awards ceremony?
Unless she changed later, but I didn't see her in the show, so I don't know if she
Yeah.
changed later. But yeah, I I did not understand that one at all.
Same. And another one I did not understand, Chaperone. Chaperone? I never
Chaperone,
know how
yeah.
to say her first name.
I don't. I
Her
saw her, but I
red
don't recall her
carpet,
outfit.
Tiffany, and
Here we go.
she essentially had, like, nipple tassels going around to, like, keep her dress up, and it just it was not flattering. It was
I have to go back and
not.
look. That's how they do it at the Pink Pony Club.
I guess. It's something, I'll tell you that, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look. Um, I thought Gaga looked good too. Like she always has
Yeah.
her Gaga outfits, but
Mhm.
and also, how does she always get nominated? Every year she's
Always.
nominated for something, and I've heard the Abracadabra song, but I didn't know there was a full album behind this. She
No.
just kind of it's kind of like Taylor in a way. Like Taylor's always nominated,
Mhm.
which I'm actually surprised she wasn't there, which made me go down the rabbit hole of is she pregnant, but there's a wedding plan. Either way. But Gaga's always there and always nominated and always winning. kind of like Billie Eilish too, because she won
Yeah.
for, was it Record of the Year? Song of the Year
Song of the year, yes.
for Wildflower, which is a great song. She's just always kind of weaving her way in there too, and she's great.
Mhm. I
Best
agree.
sibling duo. Yeah, Gaga won, and I was like, how does she keep, where is she coming from? I don't
Right.
know.
Like, I didn't first of all, I like, that Abracadabra song, in my mind,
Yeah,
it came out 2 years ago. Like,
yeah.
maybe
Well,
that tells you how long 2025 was, but I don't feel like it was this past summer.
yeah, no. But also the Rosé and Bruno Mars song was also nominated last Grammys,
Yeah.
I feel like, and it was nominated again this year. So I don't, maybe it's how long they're on the charts, or that,
Yeah.
and if it carries into a certain, I don't know. I don't know the parameters around deadlines and voting
No.
dates and all that, but can we talk about Record of the Year and Miss Cher,
Yeah,
which I thought Cher looked great, by the way.
she did.
She her outfit looked like a tiger. Swipe through it.
Mm.
Overall, she looked really great, and then she started talking, and then that's when it started to go downhill.
Yeah.
And then when it got to the award, she just stood there and she's like, "Oh, I thought they were gonna put it on the prompter." I'm like, "No, sis, you're supposed to open
Right.
nomination card and read the winner." And then she read the winner, and it was Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Luther, and Miss Cher thought that Luther Vandross had won the award, which I didn't catch right away because when she said it, it was very like slurred, and I didn't catch it. But then I saw Kendrick stand
Yeah.
up, and then later I saw, and I was like, oh my.
Yeah.
Because SZA
Yeah.
didn't even realize she won because she didn't hear or understand what she said either.
Yeah.
So that was a
No,
whole
it
moment.
was all, like, a delayed response because of her misspeaking,
Yeah.
which is
Or not speaking.
hilarious. Or right. Misspeaking, lack of speaking.
Yeah. Pronunciations.
But Kendrick Lamar, I love Kendrick. This award made him the most awarded rapper in history. That's insane. And especially after he performed at the Super Bowl last year
Hmm.
and had all of that beef with Drake and all of that, like, the fact that he's just still just killing it. Bad Bunny did get Album of the Year, which is
Yeah.
great.
It was so cute.
He was
I love
so
Bad Bunny.
cute.
I'm so excited for this performance. It's
No,
just
me
gonna
too.
be like when they brought out the band and everything with the song.
Yeah.
And I didn't even catch, well, one, I don't know what the lyrics that he's singing mean. So the whole
Yeah.
thing when Trevor Noah was saying the lyrics in English and he's like, "Oh, is that my song in
Yeah.
English?" And then he got all choked up when he won. I'm
Yeah.
excited for the halftime.
Same. Same. Some other notable highlights from the Grammys. Steven Spielberg finished out the EGOT. So he has an
I didn't
Emmy,
know that.
Grammy, Oscar, and Tony.
Look at him.
So awesome for him. And then Olivia Dean, who is my pick for Best New
Love.
Artist, she did win Best New Artist. And since 2017, it has only been women who have won that award.
Really?
Love that stat. Yes.
Yeah.
Since
Huh.
2017, it has only
I
been
didn't know that.
women winners for Best New Artist.
So I thought it was going to either be her or Alex Warren because
Mhm.
Ordinary was just all over. And I wonder if, although Alex Warren did have a social media presence, like people using his song, but Olivia Dean's song was being used a lot on social. I can personally
It was.
attest. Yeah, I didn't know that. And I felt bad for Alex Warren because when he was performing, and I don't know, I think you sent me the thing this morning, and I
Yeah.
asked you last night during, I was like, is his track messed up? Because he was singing behind the track. And then he released
Mhm.
that TikTok this morning, and I felt so bad. But he's
Yeah.
so good. So I thought it was gonna be one of the two. Although when Lola Young performed, I was like,
Mhm.
oh, she could win too. But I love
Yeah.
Olivia
She's
Dean,
good.
and I would see her in
Same.
concert.
Same.
I don't understand how the show, a little over 3.5 hours, they only presented 9 awards and the rest
Yeah.
were performances. So I don't know how it goes longer than the Oscars because the Oscars is 3 hours and they present more awards and they do performances.
Yeah.
It got to Well, it started at 5 o'clock my time, but it got to 8:30 and they hadn't done record of the year yet. And I'm like, are we still going here?
What are we waiting for? It's
Yeah.
bedtime.
One last thing before we go. The amount of people that did not realize that Lauryn Hill was the one doing the D'Angelo tribute and then the others. And
Mhm.
also, I thought it was framed very poorly because at the beginning, they're like, oh, Reba McEntire is performing for the first time ever at the Grammys. Lauryn Hill is back. And it made it seem like they were
Yeah.
doing their own sets. And then it got to the In Memoriam and Reba's doing it. I was like, you guys are saying this is her
Yeah.
performance? I thought it was just poorly
Maybe.
framed because it made it seem like Reba was going to have like her own set and do a
Yeah.
performance. But anywho. Overall, I thought a great show,
Mhm.
but yeah, a little the carpet I felt was pretty underwhelming this year
Yeah.
because the Grammys,
Very
I think, allow for more creativity, and it was either too
mm,
creative or it was just blah. So,
yeah.
yeah,
There was really no in between, but we'll see. We have a lot more of the award season to go.
yeah. I think the SAGs are up next, so we'll catch
Mhm.
that carpet. And other golf adjacent topics, the Australian Open finals
Mhm.
completed. Elena Rybakina won the women's against Arena Sabalenka. But there was a lot of controversy with her coach last year. There were reports that he was like emotionally abusive, so he was actually suspended for 8 months. And then she denied all the claims, but came back and she won. And then Alcaraz and Djokovic in
Mm.
the men's final. They both played 5-hour semifinal matches before this, but they were both going for records. Alcaraz was going for the career Grand Slam, youngest to get the career Grand Slam, all these other records he was going for, and then Djokovic going for his 25th. In the end, Alcaraz won. Rafa was there to watch,
Mhm.
but I had to watch the replay because it started at 12:30 a.m. So
Yeah.
I did see the results, but then I watched the replay after. 22 years old, got a career Grand Slam. In golf parallels, Tiger Woods got
Mhm.
his career Grand Slam at the age of 24. And I was thinking, which one is harder to get? And as I kept going through it, I don't think there's really a comparison because they're very different in what you need
Yeah.
to do to achieve them. Other
Mm.
than their both of their calendar years being super long, I think it's just it's a hard comparison. But either way, if you achieve it, it's crazy. And then we have the Winter Olympics starting on
Mhm.
Friday. I love the Summer Olympics more, but I will watch the winter. I love the ice skating. I'll watch
Mhm.
some hockey. The what's the one with the curling? The one where they use the big
Curling.
brooms and they push the disc.
Yeah.
Don't know the rules, but they just do the little quick
Yeah.
brushing. One of the stories that I saw, I don't even want to call it heartwarming, it's more like heartbreaking. But
Yeah.
one of the US figure skaters, Maxim Noroff, his parents both died in that plane crash last year, the one
Mm.
in Washington, D.C. that hit the helicopter. So he lost both of his parents. His parents were actually, I think, gold medal winners in the 90s,
Okay.
and they were involved in USA skating. I think they might have been his coaches, but it's just
Mhm.
crazy to go from literally losing your whole world and then you achieving your biggest dream and then your parents aren't there to celebrate. It's
It's insane. It's heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, obviously he's doing it in their honor and hopefully he does well for Team USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I'm definitely gonna be watching and rooting for him. I think between the figure skating and curling, and I love the snowboarding/downhill
for the half
skiing.
pipe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lindsey Vonn crashing this week.
I
So we
know.
don't know if she's out, but it's not looking great.
No,
I was actually surprised she was competing. I thought she was done,
I know.
but yeah,
Well,
we'll
and
see if she
they've, like, hyped her up so much for coming back, like, she's all over the Peacock commercials, so we'll see if she makes a formal announcement, if she's gonna pull out of the Olympics. If she does, I see her still being involved from, like, a production or speaker, side of it, but we'll see. I hope it's like, I hope she can do it. I hope it's a really good last run for her, because I don't know if it's going to be in the cards 4 years from now.
All the best to Lindsay, and hopefully she is able to compete. But if not, hopefully we'll see her in the future. And we'll get to see some traders, Tara Lipinski and Johnny
Yes,
Weir, which I don't know how anyone has not put that together on the show, that they're literally besties. And they're playing it very well.
they
But
are.
that's going back to traders. I just don't understand how people haven't put that together.
No.
Anyways, well, getting into the golf of it
Mm-hmm.
all. Farmers Insurance Open was this past weekend. I went on Saturday. It was hot as Hades out there, which I'm not going to complain because literally 95% of the country was cold. I
Correct.
got a nice sock tan line to show for it. I went out there early. I was planning to get there around 9 or 10. I woke up at 6:30.
Of course.
I only wake up early for golf, apparently. But I went out there and got to catch my man, Adam Scott, who was paired with Tony Finau. I
Hmm.
got to see them when they were getting onto the second hole, and I followed them for a little bit and then made my way back. Saw Wyndham Clark. I literally hoofed it to the back nine, because if you ever go to Torrey from like the first tee box to getting all the way to the back nine, it is a trek. Usually I have a cart, so I don't
Yeah.
pay attention much to it, but this time I was huffing it, and I made it to see Brooksy tee off at
Hmm.
11, and he brought the crowds. There were a lot of people following him. He had a lot of support this weekend, a lot of "Go Brooksies, great
Okay.
to have you back," and he mentioned it in the press conferences too afterwards. He said everyone's been welcoming, even the players. He
Good.
did. He did mention that, like, he doesn't know half of the players because there's been such a swap out of players the last few years. He's like, I know half of them,
Hmm.
and then the other half I don't know. So it was cool to see that. Yeah, I think I saw pretty much everyone go through, and it was really fun. I got to hold the trophy. Did I show you that picture?
Yeah, you did. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
My one of my friends, Kristen, who lives here, I actually met her at the TPI event last year. She works for the Century Club, and
Nice.
she goes around and carries the trophy around. And I saw her at the Dobell Lounge. She's like, "Do you want to take a picture with it?" And I said, "Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I do."
sure do.
Um, yeah. So that was pretty cool. And our man, Justin Rose, oldest man to
Hmm.
win at Torrey, um, won. He broke the course record. It was his
Yeah.
13th tour win. He dedicated the win to his caddy. He won the Farmers in 2019, but his caddy was sick in the hospital. So he actually had to get a replacement. So he said, "Yeah, this is for him. Like, he wasn't here last time, so now he gets to have like the little trophy of his own." And it was so sweet.
It's
They kept harping on the fact that he was 45. And yes, I get that older for golf, although I don't think age matters as much in golf as it does for like NBA or MLB. Like, they have the
yeah.
Champions Tour, which is 50 and older, so you can play. But
Yeah.
I don't know, they kept harping on the fact that he was 45 and so old, and I'm like, but
But
does it
one,
matter?
45 is not old.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this on other podcasts of golf and tennis are the two where you can continuously play until you're 80 plus. Like, as long as you can swing the golf club, it doesn't even have to be good. You just have to swing it and make contact, and like, you should be fine. So, I don't know. I think that's just probably a
It was just
grab
a
at,
storyline. Yeah.
yeah, what can we talk about from this guy?
Yeah, I mean, he won the Ryder Cup last year. He like took Rory to the end at the Masters, so it's not like he's losing any steam here.
No.
So yeah, I think it was just it was a good storyline grab, but
Yeah.
um he's always
Well,
been one of the good guys, I think.
he is. I agree with you on that. But on the age topic, something I saw again on Instagram, my news source, our Instagram correspondent had popped up. Bennett Scheffler, who is Scotty Scheffler's son, is
Mhm.
just under 2 years old. And since he was born, he has
Gosh.
experienced 10 total wins, including 2 majors, 1 Olympic gold medal, 7 PGA Tour wins, 2 of which that were in the playoffs, 26 top 10 spots, 19 top 5 spots, 1 injury, and 1 arrest.
Can you imagine when Bennett goes back through his like baby book or like photo albums? He's like, yeah, here's my Masters trophy. Here's my,
Yeah.
PGA championship. Here's my orange jail jacket suit
Yeah,
thing.
here I am with my dad
Jumpsuit.
at 6 months, just,
Yeah.
hanging out
You
when
see
he
the
won.
progression through the tour wins.
Yeah.
His age progression. It's not like the measuring stick in the closet. It's like trophies that Scotty has
Instead of
accumulated.
instead of like the 1 month, 2 month, 3 month photo, it's like each win,
Yeah. I think
how much he's
Scotty probably
grown.
had a win in every month of the year. I'll have to go back and look
Yeah.
at that, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
No,
Bennett Scheffler, just living the dream.
he sure is.
Yeah. So, another story that I love was Joel Damon, who, if you watch Full Swing, I don't think he was on this last season, but the season before, it was like him and his caddy Gino. And Joel Damon's like a jokester, but he
Mhm.
didn't find out that he made it into the field until Monday. He was like
Oh,
the
wow.
4th alternate or whatever. He finished outside of the top 100 last season,
Mhm.
so he doesn't have exemption. But he got in because somebody dropped out. And I think he was at the top of the leaderboard for most of the weekend. I think yesterday he dropped out of the top 5, but he was fighting for it because if he got
Mhm.
a certain place, he would, probably get some more exemptions for the rest of the year. He has an exemption this week to the waste management because he wrote a letter to the committee on a polo shirt as a nod to his, I guess a few years ago he like took his shirt off on the 16th hole. He's just a character, and he's also one of the good guys, the jokester. He has kept it positive despite having a few tough seasons. And you just like to see guys like that do well.
Yeah.
So his was another story I was following. There's a lot of people who didn't make the cut as well. All of the San Diego locals did not make it. Xander, Charlie Hoffman, JJ Spawn, they all missed the cut. Ludwig Oberg also did not make the. I guess he was sick or something. They kept saying that he, I think, was sick before, and he said he was
Mhm.
fine, but probably wasn't. But yeah, he didn't play well. But I think he's also
Interesting.
playing next week or this weekend. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well,
we'll see.
since you were following Tony and Adam, how was the Jumpman swag in person?
Well, I got to see the black knit shirt in person, and it
Mhm.
looks as good in person as it does in photos.
Love that.
It's just a good look. And I don't know if you saw, did you see the women's ad during the Grammys? The Jumpman women that Tiana Taylor was also
Yes.
in, but Niecy Nash. And it was, so I'm excited to see what they come out with
Mhm.
on the women's side. I'm not like a high top sneaker person, but the
Mhm.
clothes, I will be all in on the clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so Jumpman is definitely one of the ones I'm watching this year. And then he had like a mustard colored shirt for, was it yesterday or the day before? But he had a mustard color. I think he also had like maybe like a maroon or like a deep cranberry. I don't know what the
Mhm.
Anna Wintour palette color is for that, but it was like a dark maroon.
Yeah.
They also showed a trailer for the Devil Wears Prada sequel
Yeah.
too.
It
Side
looks
note.
good.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. The Jumpman stuff looked good. I'm glad that Adam, because the last couple years with Uniqlo, he was wearing like the
Mhm.
oversized pants and the
Yeah.
monochromatic, and I didn't love it because I feel like
Uh,
he's a guy that needs to wear like the fitted, tailored, nice, like the bubble pants just didn't look great.
barrel pant, not needed on the golf course. That is not what should be on the golf course. A nice
I feel like it
tailored
would get in the
pant or
way.
a
Like it's
jogger.
just like,
Yeah,
yeah.
especially if it's windy. Can you
And
imagine?
it's like
You're like,
it's like
"Hold
genie
on.
pants like flopping in the wind.
Sorry, guys. Let's just wait till the wind passes or the wind
Yeah,
stops
that would
for me
distract
to
me.
take." Yeah. No.
Yeah, but he rocked with that look for
He did.
a couple of years, and I'm just glad we're past that phase. Thank you,
Thank
Adam.
goodness.
Thank you, Uniqlo, for getting it together. Going back, well, also relevant to golf, Nike Golf, I think, has been okay. Nike
Mhm.
Tennis is driving me bananas, and they've
Is
lost
it?
some big athletes on the tennis side. They lost Francis Tiafoe to Lululemon, Taylor Fritz to Hugo Boss, and they just lost Jack Draper to Viore. And just looking at the Nike outfits from the Australian Open, so like uninspiring. They had Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, which are their two biggest on the men's side from
Yeah.
a sponsorship standpoint. They had Yannick in like a dark mustard kind of green tone color, and he's a
No.
ginger.
No.
So right off the bat did not look great. And
No.
even Yannick made a comment about it, and I don't know how much say they have. I'm assuming if you're one of their top sponsors, like you would have
Some
a big
say.
say. Yeah. And then on the Alcaraz side, for his day kit, he looked like the Mucinex booger. Like all this like lime green, like full lime green. And then his night kit, I don't know if you've ever seen the Tennis Channel logo, but it's like a lime green, white, black
Yeah.
stripes. That was literally his kit. And I was like, you're like a
No.
walking Tennis Channel logo. So I just
Why did
don't
they
know if
do
that's
that
why
to
athletes
him?
are, I don't know. They're your top profile athletes. And I'm wondering if that's why people are starting to leave Nike, at least on the tennis side, because it's just
Yeah.
not creative.
I wonder if they have a new creative director. 'Cause I mean,
Possibly. I don't know.
Jumpman is still part of Nike, but they broke off to do their
They
own
probably have
thing.
different brand team,
Yeah,
if I had to
but
guess.
whoever's over just Nike style or get it together. Go
Yeah,
consult your
agree.
peers in these other companies
And I feel like
and get it
Jumpman is
together.
probably more like streetwear aligned.
Yeah.
I think it goes more that direction.
Uh,
Just the colors. The women was a little better. Arena was good because Arena, as their top athlete on the women's side, she gets her own colorway. So her,
okay.
even though it was the same style of dress, she had different colors. But even the women's side was better than the men's, but I
Yeah.
still did not love. So
Can they not
yeah.
do the color profiles? Like, know what colors are best for them based off of their complexion
Yeah. Do
and
the
only
what's
give
that color
them
test thing?
yeah. It's like your
Yeah.
color profile, like, are you a winter? Are you an autumn?
Yeah.
If
I wonder
if
what
you're
I
a
am. We should
ginger,
do
don't
this.
put them in yellow or orange.
Yeah.
Put them in a
I actually
complementary
Googled to see
color.
what, yeah, I Googled to see what the colors are for gingers, and it was more like purples.
Yeah.
I got to go back and look, but it's not mustard yellow. I will
No.
tell you that much.
Mm-mm.
So, yes, Mr. Phil Knight, please get it together. Overall, another successful Farmers Insurance Open.
Mhm.
One of my favorite events. I've been every year since I've lived in San Diego, and will continue to do so because I just love Tory Vines.
It looks beautiful. I mean, we were watching just
I
trying to
wanted to
see
go
you,
play.
and it looked stunning.
Yeah. The grass was just so perfect. I just wanted to get a club and go whack a
Mhm.
ball because it was just like you would get that nice flush sound. It's so
Mm.
great.
The roughs.
But
How were the roughs?
they were roughing. And
Mm.
they said on the broadcast that the rough was 4.5 inches about. And last week I said, oh, it's about 4 inches. Yeah.
See?
Hello. Check out your
Hired.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golf Channel. If you need anyone, I'm
Sponsor.
here. Color commentary. Right. Well, on the other side of the country, in cold, randomly cold
Mhm.
Florida, we had the Hilton Grand Vacations on the LPGA side. And I think day 1 and 2 was cold. Day 3 was windy. Like they were all in beanies and heavy jackets. And it was so weird to see because, again, it's Central Florida, which is the hottest of the
Mhm.
hot. And it was just wild to see them all in that gear. At the end of Saturday, they suspended play. There were 8 players that didn't finish. Nelly was in first at 13 under, and then one of the players who didn't finish was 10 under behind her. And then I went to go turn on the broadcast on Sunday, and the LPGA literally put out an announcement 10 minutes before saying they were just going to have it be a 54-hole tournament. Like the 8 were going to finish out, and then they were going to cut it. And mathematically, the 10 under person could have caught Nelly, but
Mhm.
probably most likely not. So congratulations, Nelly Korda, on your first win of 2026. She didn't win
Congrats,
at
girl.
all last year, which is crazy. Like I think she made every cut. She
And
played well. There's just so
yeah.
many great women players. They had 29 different winners on the LPGA Tour last year, and Nelly was not one of them.
How many tournaments are there?
Not as many because, again, they go overseas. Like their next one is in
Yeah.
Thailand, I believe. I don't know if it's this upcoming weekend or in a couple of weeks. I'm assuming maybe a couple of weeks because of the time adjustment.
Yeah.
But they don't have as many, I don't think, as the men. And to that, I don't know if you saw Nelly's comments about the WTGL, how she
Yes.
said it was a huge miss for them not to play together with the men. And
Mhm.
they asked Gino about her thoughts on Nelly's comments because she committed to WTGL. She said, yeah, it would be great, but there might be like scheduling issues because since they play overseas, like the timing of getting the
Mhm.
players together probably wouldn't work out so much. Charlie Hull came out and said that she was just happy that they're, given the opportunity to be a part of it and be on that stage. So definitely competing thoughts.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think they should play with the guys, or do you think they should have their own?
I don't I think that's hard because if the females go out there, females, if the women, that was if the women go out there and beat the crap out of the men, their egos won't be able to take it. They won't. But
But I don't know if they would play against them. They would play
yeah.
against the women, but the teams would be commingled, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean that I think is cool because it brings together both male like men and women's sports, right? And it there's always been that like discrepancy between men's and women's sports, whether it's, viewership or money or whatever it is, and that just bridges the gap even more. If it's commingled, yeah, why not? They can slap the ball just as good as some of those guys out there can.
I feel like they could make it work, and I'm sure they considered it. I have mixed
Mhm.
feelings too. I think from like a viewership standpoint, it would have helped because TGL already has the brand and it's kind of underway. So if they just integrate the
Yeah.
women, the viewership and stuff is already there. But the feminist in me is saying we don't need no man. We're just gonna go out there, play our
Same.
own league, and so I
Correct.
I have
And
mixed
watch
feelings
us.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe they can have like a I don't know, like a summer competition or something, and then have it commingled to just test it and see what happens. But I think that we're at a place yet for them to just say, "Yeah, let's do it"? No, I think that there's still some time to go and some other things that
Yeah.
need to
And
be
not to
worked
say they
out,
can't
but
do it in the future.
right,
Yeah.
because I
So
mean,
we'll
that's
see.
something I would wanna go to.
Yeah.
Like, I would
I
love to
looked at it when
watch
I'm
that.
when I'm in Florida, it's literally the 2 weeks that the TGL is not playing. I was like, great,
Of course.
sweet. Thanks,
Yeah,
Tiger. So we'll see. It could definitely change, and we'll see how it goes with like the inaugural
yeah.
season later this year. I think too early to tell, and we'll see, what other players commit. Nelly hasn't committed
Mhm.
yet. She said she was
Okay.
kind of focused on this season, and she just has to weigh out the obligations. She also has a wedding that she's going to have to plan for next
She
year.
does.
We'll see what happens.
Mhm.
In live related news, the dominoes have started to fall. Once Brooks came back, then it's funny because it's all the players we said that Liv could keep. Patrick Reed,
Yes.
Pat Perez, Kevin Na, and then there's a couple others. But I think Patrick Reed has the quickest timeline. He's eligible to
Mhm.
start playing in August because his last live event was last August. And he also plays in the DP. So if he places in the top 10, he gets automatic tour membership. So
Mhm.
he probably has, the quickest, and I don't even know if you can say easiest, but I'll say quickest
Yeah.
path. And I think the others have to wait until 2027 January, which is fine for me.
Good.
I'm not like dying to see them. So
No. Let them wait it out. Go
yeah.
practice.
So we will see. And
Mhm.
I don't know if it's irony, but just a weird correlation because Farmers was this past weekend. But the last time, I don't know if it's the last time, but in 2021, when Patrick Reed won, there was this whole controversy of the embedded ball. So the ball
Yeah.
flew into the rough, and he asked not a marshal, but like the volunteer, if the ball had bounced, and she said it didn't. So he took that as an embedded ball,
Mhm.
which I get you're relying on the volunteer, but also like you can't see it in that rough.
No.
Like you can't. So, anyways,
It's
I
four and a
just thought
half
it was,
inches.
yeah, exactly. And just because it doesn't bounce doesn't mean that it embeds. Like it could just, you know. So, anyways, there was that whole controversy. He has a couple of incidents of suspected cheating. So I
Mhm.
think that's also why there's a bad taste in
Yeah.
tour players' mouths, other than him just kind of running his mouth here and there. So, anywho, well, the tour brings us to Phoenix, Arizona this week. We're taking a little skirt detour
Yep.
from California to Phoenix. And you and I went to the Phoenix Open in 2017 for your birthday.
Mhm. Yeah.
We were not as much into true crime back then, but knowing what we do now, we probably wouldn't have stayed where we did because it was just it was an Airbnb, but it was some randos like ADU units.
Yeah.
So we'll just chop that up to Airbnbs were new. We just needed a
Yep.
place to stay.
Sure did. I mean, looking back on it, it's actually comical that we were like, "Yeah, this is so great." I think one, obviously, we had a much different budget at that time, but
Yes.
we literally stayed in, like, their back shed that was converted.
Yeah,
They
it's like a she
brought
shed,
a she shed, utilized their pool in their
which was cold.
backyard, which had no heater, but we were in it,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
they dropped off fresh pastries outside the door every morning.
Oh, I did like
You
that touch. I forgot about that. But could we have died? Potentially.
Yes,
Potentially.
between
Like
that and
laced
then
muffins.
yeah, I mean, and then we were just doing the waste management open thing, which one time was enough. It was quite a time. I think it has gotten even rowdier since we've gone, if that's
Last year they had to cut off alcohol sales at like lunchtime because people get there at opening. They do the whole like
Mhm.
running to the 16th hole to get their spots,
Mhm.
which by the way, they've added another tier to the stadium this year to allow more people. I just
Crazy.
like what is going to be the tipping point? It can't continue on like this and something bad not happening. It's just the
Right.
odds are not, you know. And on the broadcast this past week, they were talking about it, and I forget who it was, but they said there's definitely going to be some knuckleheads there this weekend. And they also said, well, a lot of them aren't like they don't follow golf. They're just there for the
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
So
They're
we've
there
said it before, it's kind
because
of like a big frat party.
yeah, I mean,
They just want to
Scottsdale
drink.
is
And
just a
yeah,
big party city. When we went, I feel like there were so many bachelor parties, like guys' trips. They have matching outfits. Like, if a guy going to the waste management put half as much time into their normal life that they do into going to the waste management open, the world might be a different place. Like,
yeah. I just don't trust any golf tournament where females wear heels. And last year was bad because I think they had rain. And do you remember seeing people like sliding down the hills because it was so muddy? And they have,
Yep.
when we were there, they had that one area with the DJ, and there were, girls with their heels and their wedges. And
Mhm.
I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Not to
It's
say in my 20s I might not have done the same. Again, it might be an age thing, but I don't think so. I don't think I would have.
no.
It's just not practical.
No. I mean, they were like stilettos, wedges. We had like sneakers on. They might be cute sneakers, but I'm there for
Yeah.
comfort. But then also, Waste Management has parties at night. You have to get a
Hmm.
wristband to go to this party, to this club, see this DJ. And it's just, they
And it's
start,
Super Bowl weekend.
yeah. Oh my gosh, it is. Okay, so
Yeah.
that
So that
it's
amplifies the party mode
yikes.
further.
Yikes.
I think just in general, it's it's fun to watch, like the players interact, and I
Yeah.
think it had the right intentions of being interactive and more fun, and
Yes.
they have the stadium and things like that. I just think over the years, it's just gotten too crazy. And again,
Mhm.
there's gonna be a tipping point
Yeah.
somewhere along the way where something not great is going to happen,
Yeah.
and they're really gonna have to take a look at what they are doing. Hopefully not, because it's
I
not good for anyone.
no. No, I agree. I hope nothing tragic happens. But I do think that the Waste Management, it it was the one tournament that really started to be appealing to individuals where it's not like the stuffy golf tournament, right? Like, everyone
Yeah.
be quiet, everyone you're
Hmm.
wearing your polos, and obviously here at Quail, your sundresses and your hats, and, like, you act a certain way, and Waste Management, I feel like, was that one tournament that was more appealing to fans, that it was just,
Yeah.
"So
The
I can
people's
go there
open.
and have a good time?" Yeah, and it just took off.
Blew up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad
And
we
there's a
went
lot
when
of
we did.
contributing factors. Yes.
100%. And I think in Arizona and in like there's a ton of gambling, there's a ton of bars and clubs
Oh,
not
yeah,
too
the Indian
far
casino.
away. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like a mini Vegas um
Mhm.
out in Arizona. And it's a time, but I'm glad we went when we did. Got it out of our system.
And appreciating the game of golf more. When we
Yeah.
went, there's beer cans all over, there's beer bottles, like,
Mhm.
remember when we left, I think it was 15 because we couldn't get into 16, and
Mhm.
Phil was playing that year. He left when everyone cleared off of 15, all you saw was a sea of bottles and cans all over the
Yeah.
green. And, the golf lover in me now is like, ugh, then I was like, ugh. But now,
Yeah.
again,
You're
I
ruining
prefer the
the course.
traditional where, yeah, now you just got beer soil all over the
Yeah.
place.
Like, that can't
But
be
yeah.
good for the grass, but
Again, I appreciate what they're doing for, like, to grow the game, grow the fandom,
mhm.
etc. But, and I don't know how they do it, but they gotta figure it out because it's gonna
Yeah.
get wild. But yeah, um, Scotty's playing this week. Brooksy's playing this
Mhm.
week. It'll be their first time in a tournament together, and they both
It will.
had their first PGA Tour wins at the Waste Management.
Yeah.
So they both know the course pretty well. So I will be watching. Again, hopefully nothing too crazy happens. But yes, again, agree that I'm glad we went when we
Yeah.
did. And the One Republic concert at the, what do they call it? The Nest.
Yeah,
That was fun.
that was. And
That
there was
shows
some
that shows how long ago this was, because it was One Republic playing at the concert. So
correct. That's actually hilarious because I forgot it was One Republic. And I remember after them, there was I think it was like Zed, the DJ, they were playing after that, like, but I think we left. We went home. We said,
Girl,
"No
I was
more."
tired. I did not wanna go out the next remember, I didn't wanna go out the next night. I
Yeah.
was so
We're
tired
like
from walking
we're
around
like,
in the heat,
"Mm-mm,
and yeah, no. We're just gonna stay
just
in this ADU and be comfortable.
stay in the she shed with mama and papa in the house."
Yeah, exactly. I will be happy when we come back to California next week
Yeah.
to a little bit more traditional approach. But well, on that note,
Mhm.
we'll leave it at that. We'll do a little trip over to what's Arizona's model? Hmm, I don't know. We'll
The
just bring it
desert
to the
state?
other desert and then go and then come back to is it is it Pebble or is it
I think
Pebble
it's
or Riviera next?
I think it's Pebble now.
Pebble, right? Yeah, we'll have to I should know this. But yes. So we'll take a little
Mhm.
windy detour to Arizona and then we'll come back to California. But I hope you have a great week. It was nice chatting with you. If you guys have a chance, go check out Puppies and Golf because it's a
Yes.
great cause. And we will see you all in our next episode. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.